Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For July 16th, around July 16th, the 12th through the 25th, something like that, for this partial lunar eclipse. It is taking place in your 5th house, which is the house of childhood and play. Whew. Virgos, there is some heavy energy. As soon as I tuned into your energy, I just felt this drop. I mean, just this drop in the pit of my stomach. Some of you, it feels like there's a block right in my solar plexus. Some of you, it feels like you need to be honest with yourself somewhere. There's something here. There's something that's going to come to light where you really need to be honest with yourself. This is something that is blocking you from, because it's the 5th house, the way I see it, it's something that's blocking you from play. This can be work. I'm also feeling a love affair or something of that sort of nature for some of you. There's something here that wants to come in, and you're being asked to be very, very honest with yourself. Very honest with yourself. Let's pull some cards and keep going. Yeah, I mean, it's heavy, but it looks like the energy will clear up. For some of you, it's a very simple fix. It feels like it's choosing to play and choosing to bring in that childlike wonder. But I just feel like here we have the seeker card, which means that you need to see. Here you are, you have something painted over your eyes, and you're choosing not to look at what is happening and what is actually happening. And there is something taking place in the background. You see this? This is like a death. Here we have, you know, the crows, and seeing the truth, the bones of the situation, looking to the bones of the situation and holding it in your hand and not being afraid to move into the present moment instead of looking away and looking at other things that are taking place. And so there is a surrender that needs to happen, a letting go. Here you're like clenched in and you're holding things. You're holding things on. And that surrender, no matter the price, no matter what happens through that letting go, the letting go needs to happen. The death needs to happen in order to get you to the place where you can be playful, where you can be light, where you can be authentic, where you can be yourself, that is coming in really strong. And so there is discernment. There is power in the clarity, and there's discernment that wants to come in. And the truth, there is something here that really might hurt. There's something here that letting go really might hurt. Letting go of this thinking, letting go of this refusal, letting go of this denial, this inability to really look at things. And because there's many colors, there's many things happening here simultaneously, and different things are pulling your energy. This is such a beautiful card. Such a beautiful card, but I feel like you could get lost in the illusion of looking at all of the different colors and all of the different things taking place here. Instead of seeing that there's a bird in flight, it's like you're going, oh, look at the colors over here. You know, and I mean, that is partly happening, you know. I'm not going to guess because it could be so many different reasons for so many of you. I mean, I see many different reasons for this illusion that could be taking place for you. Some of you, it's something as simple as choosing to work and be in movement instead of taking the time to nurture and play and be authentic with yourself, but moving into right relationship with your environment and moving into the present moment of the environment instead of overlaying these colors and these bells over what is happening, and realizing that the truth of reality is being reflected to you in your environment and around you and for you, because there's so many paths here for you to take. Here, I mean, I'm just getting the variety of ways that we can choose to look at things, the variety of choices that we have here. And here you're being asked to really take this bold step. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Like, look, I feel like it's the Phoenix. The fire card comes next, which we'll get to that in a second. But this is the many paths card. And here we have the 7 chakra colors, the 7 rainbow colors, and 7 is such a spiritual number. Yeah, just such a spiritual number, and you're being asked to take uncharted territory, to take a new flight, to do something different, to look at it in a new way, to look at it in a different way. And I'm feeling all of this support that comes in behind you, the strengthening of your backbone that comes in so that you can take these paths and that you will start to have purpose on your path. When I read this card in the book, it talks about a stonemason and somebody who is like chipping away the stone, and like versus like chipping away the stone and having and like, you know, you go up and you ask the stonemason, well, what are you doing? One of them says, well, I'm making a stone block, and the other one says, I'm building a cathedral. And so are you making a stone block, or are you building a cathedral? Or is your sense of denial, is your sense of what you're not looking at and not being true and not being present or in right relationship? And if this doesn't apply to you, it applies to somebody coming towards you. So the roles can always be reversed in reading. So, or somebody around you too. So knowing what you're doing and being bold and stepping out and taking that less traveled path, because there is power in the clarity, there's power in the truth, and there's power in stepping out and knowing your path. And for some of you in your work, it's time for you to take a little break and play a little bit. I mean, definitely, this is your 5th house. There's an eclipse here. So here you are being asked to play and having some playful stuff. If you have that come in, let it come in. But this fire one feels like the rebirth. I moved the cards all around, but that's okay. The rebirth of the phoenix coming out of the fire. But the ashes of the fire, the ashes of the truth, the ashes of this heaviness, of this denial, leads to a letting go of and a rebirth and a releasing of it. You know, you have to look at, is there, fire is so dynamic. It moves so dynamically, you know, and it is chaos. It burns away everything. Everything. So it is coming in and saying, you have been living in this state of sorrow, in this state of pain, in this state of like underworld energy, and it's time to let it go. And it's time to stop being superficial. It's time to stop being cold towards your environment. It's time to loosen up and loosen the binds and play, because there's warmth and there's light here that wants to come in and release all of that other things and set you on fire. Set your passion on fire. Set you on fire to let you know what you're doing and what you're headed towards. And I keep thinking of Joseph Campbell's, you know, follow your bliss, follow your bliss, follow your bliss. But at first, you have got to go down deep. First, you have got to go down deep and let go of the denial. Let go of what you're holding on to so that it can burn away. And now, we're going to pull some tarot cards on these and just look a little bit deeper into these energies. All right, this is my Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Got them. Oh, did I say that? No. This deck is so old, guys. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For this eclipse, partial lunar eclipse taking place in the middle of July. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, there's something you have to say. There's something that needs to come out. There's something that is ripe, that is pregnant, that is saying, hey, let's get rid of this. Let's get down to the structure of how you have your life set up. And that structure is, there's some denial in that structure that isn't allowing you to live fully. Live fully. Yep. Wow. Okay, this is hilarious. Okay, so here we have, I mean, this card I pulled underneath the seer card, and here we have the blindfold and the blindfold. The girl with the blindfold. The denial. The choosing not to see things. And even that denial is causing maybe some extra drama that you don't need it to cause. For some of you, that's for sure what's taking place. That there's this, you know, and then here they are holding their weapon too. Holding, guarding themselves. Their denial is a weapon. It's a game. It's a game. And then here's this flight. Here's this energy. Here's this change. Here's this victory. Here's this movement forward. This is funny too, because you got the wings and you got the creatures that are carrying them off into the distance. You know, I love it. And, you know, it's like you guys have been at battle, and the battle's going on within your psyche, instead of allowing you to play. And you're having the choice of how to move forward in this and what to do here. Yeah, definitely a battle that I see taking place. This is very interesting, huh? I want to clarify this. This Chariot is the only major arcana that we have here. Can we clarify the Chariot for our Virgos? Let's clarify the Chariot for the Virgos. Yeah, there's a completion of a struggle for you. Definitely a completion for a struggle. And, you know, don't get away from what your true path is. Definitely that is for sure what's going on here. You know, are you going to play? Are you going to fight? What's going on here? But yeah, there's a completion of your struggles. And there's armor around you, but getting in right relationship with the present moment. By the end of denial, you will end the struggle that has been going on inside of you, and you will speak your truth, and that truth will open up those pathways for you and bring you to a new place. They will open up the pathways, but it's that speaking, and sometimes speaking it can feel like, oh God, like getting this out, but there's something going on here that's going to help you get from that place of where, yeah, maybe you're secure, but you're discontent. You're not satisfied, you know, in what's going on. So you want to be in that place of fire, in that place of passion, in that place of purpose, and moving you to that place. So, all right. That's it for my Virgos today. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys at New Moon at the end of July. It's a new moon in Leo, and I'll see you guys then.